hear something. There's no lighting. There's no narrator. Stanley was bored. There's a yellow button. Clock's moved. Clock stopped. Okay. If I sneeze in this video, and that's loud, I apologize. I've been in the garden and hay fever's killing me. So let's that's a smoke alarm running out of power. Oh my god, that is really loud. Nothing muffles it. Okay, I gotta get out of here. That is really loud. No, go away. Kill a button.
But they didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs-down review and make all of their pitiful demands. But then, he's talking too much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability. It's the unwillingness to examine with an uncompromising heart the words that they are speaking into the world. As though there were no consequences for a lack of cohesion in one's assessment of others. But of course, absolutely anyone can leave a review. So here's what we get. We get these demands that seek everything and are accountable to nothing. We get a world where someone will say, oh, there should be a skip button. You should be able to freeze Stanley in place while the narrator sits there forever and ever. We want all of this in the new Stanley parable. We demand it. And then, because it was said, because it was spoken, now it simply has to happen. The most immediate desires, every single thing demanded by every person at every moment in time. If someone wants it, then it's a crime not to bring it into being. Have we been given to indulging every fleeting whim for no reason other than to do so? Yes! Yes! It seems that this is now the world we live in. It seems that we are a people living in such bleakness and discomfort with ourselves that our entertainment is now our lives. It has come to represent us. It absolutely must speak to who we are as people, because otherwise, without our entertainment, we have nothing. Without entertainment, we would have to face inward toward the cruel bleakness inside ourselves. We would turn to look at our deeper nature and find a resounding emptiness gazing back with unyielding aggression. And so because of this, we require that our amusements and our playthings and our flights of fancy be so impossibly captivating that they consume all of our attention, turn our heads completely away from the bleakness. In effect, we have demanded that our entertainment be the collapse of ourselves. What a pitiful reflection of humanity these entertainments are. What a shameful mirror to the human spirit they project. I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any of this. I'm at peace with it. I am the calm center of gravity around which these perversions hurl themselves. I am a waypoint for reasonable and collected discourse. They're the ones who are mad. They're the ones who couldn't stand the idea of me using my game to try to say something. Maybe they were just jealous of me. Yes, of course. They've been jealous of me this whole time. They are mired in fear and insecurity and cannot help but attempt to tear me down. What a sad state of affairs. When you read these reviews now, you can see it. You can taste the bitter resentment. And my, how good does it feel now to speak truth to these words, to finally allow these thoughts out, contained and managed for so long, neutered and sterilized. At last I am free to truly think, to feel. It must be that they were so The
fan stopped. Wow, what a rant. That was an impressive rant. It's impressive the fact that he was essentially displaying and generating the same level of emotions and connectivity in thought and process through emotions that he was describing. I mean, that sounds very like backwards, but it's true. Basically, everything that he was talking about, he was expressing.
The end is never the end, is never the
Never the
end, is
end,
never
is
the
never the
end, is
end.
never the end, is 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 never the end, is
Yeah,
never
I've had
the
enough of
end.
that. Ooh. Okay. What's happening over here? Okay, we have water intrusions. Okay. Okay, that's not good. That means if water's breaking in, it's degrading. Each skip is getting longer and longer. I'm gonna stay. Oh, pause the game before that one came out. I'll try and save the microphone from that. Whoa. So this was where the water intrusion was. Okay. I think, okay, I think I'm getting it. Every time we skip, things go on. It gets further and further. I'm seeing mold or something growing through now. Okay. Maybe one more and we can get out of here. Oh! Okay. Wow. How long did water have to... It broke through concrete. Okay. Part of the fence has come down. Pardon me. Right. I'm gonna go again. That's cool. Wow, you can see the vines growing. Okay. That's cool. Hang on, there's trees up there now. Wait, so we are underground somewhere. Okay. Can we... That's really pretty. Cool, what happens next? Oh. Okay, that all died. Oh. Can I go back one? Prefer that one. It was nicer. It was much nicer. Yep. And moving on. Okay. Oh, what the... Can I go up this? How far will it let me walk? Whoa. The end is never the end is never the end is never the end. What the hell? Okay. We're back here.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Okay. New content. Okay. I'm tempted, but I'll do that one after.
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
An elevator? Hmm? I called it. It's an elevator. Oh my god. We're gonna wait
You
for a
see,
minute.
Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable and about how roundly disappointing this ultra-deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra-deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Whoa! Hang on. The
Yes,
end
you
is-
see, isn't this far superior to a measly port with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel, an entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions. This is what fans have truly been asking for.
The Stanley Parable 2. 427. Okay, yep, that's my number. The end is never... Wait, the end is never the end again. Okay. Excuse me. Okay. Why is there two phones? Okay, I'm confused, but okay. We got a brand new computer, very old phones. Investor Showcase, welcome.
Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think? Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising potential.
Tiva 2, 3, dos. Wow, 2, 2, 2, okay, so it's all the different ways to say two. Okay. Even the carpet. Alright, is there anything else out here that I've missed? Probably. Wait. Time to wake up. 2 forms. 2 white trays, 1 red one. Okay. 2 phones. 2 white letters, 1 red one. Okay. Okay. 2 coffee cups. 2 boxes. 2 chairs. 2 doors. 2 chairs. 2 water fountains. Okay. 2 pictures in the hallway. Yes, okay, we're really pushing the word two here. 2. They're back. 2 doors. New content is out. New content part 2 is in. New hotness. Old busted and new hotness. That's a Men in Black reference, I think. Boring sections of the chart. Cool red section of the chart. Okay. Cool. Everything is 2. Okay. 2 cups. When paragram shifts energy. Okay. Stanley Parable. Okay. I mean, it's very, very effective. The Stanley Parable, TSP2, the Stanley Parable. How did I not realize that? That's what I was talking about. More the Stanley Parable, better the Stanley Parable. Okay. They're all very good. I quite like that one. It's a little weird, more horror game though. I think the one they've gone with is good.
Now, to be clear, I haven't quite nailed down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can loosely organize a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of naturally spring up around them. It'll all work itself out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Sequels are good. Portal 2, yep. Half-Life 2, yep. Arkham City 2, yep. Divinity Original Sin 2, Doom 2, Aladdin 2, Return of Jafar. I don't know about that one. I haven't seen it. Return of Jafar. I don't know why I haven't seen it. I've never played Dark Souls. Okay. This way to the show floor. New features. Wait, is this a red carpet? Oh my god. Wait, buses? Okay. Expo Hall 2. Okay, up we go. Whoa. Okay, this is different.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Hear your name in the game. Exclusive, the button that says the name of the player that is playing the game. Okay, this should be interesting.
For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
All of this, huge amount of space for a little button. Okay. Name. Hear yours today. Okay.
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name Jim. But of course, in the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role-play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath, clear your mind, Forget whoever you are and simply become a person named Jim.
Jim.
Whoa, hold on. I wasn't finished setting up the backstory. If you don't properly roleplay as Jim, then you'll never understand the impact of this button. Otherwise, it's just a stupid button that says somebody else's name. Okay, we're doing it again, and this time let me finish first. Now, allow yourself to become Jim. Imagine yourself driving to work as Jim, playing frisbee on the weekends as Jim, staying up all night.
Jim.
All right, fine, whatever. It's just a meaningless button that says Jim. Are you happy now? Get out of here. I'm done with this button. Why don't you go humiliate me in front of a different feature that I worked very hard on?
Can do. Can I push these? Wait. Can I go push it again and annoy him even more? Please tell me I can.
Jim.
See, if you'd only played along, that would have been your name the button says, but no. Instead, I can't even think about it. I'm taking the Jim button away.
Jim.
Mm-hmm. God, it's fun messing with the narrator.
Maybe I'll only let people named Jim play the Stanley Parable too. They would appreciate what I've created here.
Epilogue. Ooh, okay. I will have to come back for that. That was the way in. Reassurance bucket. Merch. Ooh. The end is never the end again. I would wear a t-shirt like that. Absolutely. Please no screenshots.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Neither. Okay, so that looks like the original. That definitely looks like the original. I think that's the... And that... Okay. Oh. Oh, okay. Where's this one? Get well someday.
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Happy 12th birthday, step-niece, it is.
Right. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Whoa.
Or
Okay.
actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision. We're moving on.
Okay. This... Oh, that's that section over here. Okay. So am I like behind it? Okay. What's down here? What the hell? It just keeps going. Okay, what am I?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is, in fact, a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right. Infinite falling. You can fall until the end of time, if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games as a medium.
Right. Can I do it? I'm gonna do it.
You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward.
How do?
Now, I don't mean to be a bummer, but I do recommend you use the teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the sooner rather than later spectrum of things.
Why? It's not an infinite hole, is it? There's a flaw.
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole.
Yeah.
Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely deep hole. I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by falling. What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're the problem. Look, things got a little heated there. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite? If that works for you, then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready.
That was a big hole. I was kind of hoping there'd be something different at the bottom, except for a big, it's like a concrete plate. Maybe like a hole in the wall. You could see possibilities. It'll glimmer back into Stanley Parable 1. Okay, up we go apparently.
Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you even more of my ideas for the... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much. Not normal. A normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time? I couldn't help but feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
I was just thinking that.
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above.
Cool.
Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Whee! Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing where... Wow. Okay. Yes. I'm starting to become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite. I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of the hole's length. Here, let's try something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. The shame of my lie has come to... How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with holes, but at this depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge? You just do whatever it is you're here to do and hit the teleport button when you're ready to move on. Is the, teleport button not working?
No, it's not working.
You sure?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try
That's
it
not
again.
helpful. No.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time with it than you could ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole, I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity together.
What the? Come back here! No! Let me out! How do I get out of this? Oh, what was that noise? None of my buttons are working. None of my buttons are working. What the hell is going on? Okay. I won't lie, that music is really epic. That's a little bit cool. Okay. Kind of weird, but very cool. Less cool. Change your perception. No.
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
No. Oh, no, no, no. Whoa!
Në marrë në i shkërbet në shëllë pëskëkën e hip-hop në sërë azët sërpës në shëllë më njërë vejë u vëzërë hilak në mërë hele leze.
I want to go back to the original one. These are really annoying. That's kind of weird. Is that the sound of rain? I can deal with that. No! Wrong button! Oh no! Okay.
Stanley! Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there.
What the
drifting away
hell?
to Dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley. Because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake for every second of it. You don't want to miss a single moment. So how about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really truly focused on the hole? From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here in this hole, and I'm looking forward to all of them. Stare
me
out,
out.
Stanley. I'll be back.
Let me out, 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 let me out. Is it gonna do it again? What are we doing? Whoa. Okay.
Here we are. Go on, try out some of the new features.
Consistent quality. Okay. The baby is all grown up. Bankruptcy. Okay. A whole new office. Okay. Red is the new orange. The new updated ray traced more of the same, but in a good way. Sequel to the Stanley Parable. Okay. The kind of want to do. Oh, the jump circle's back.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
Okay. Right. I'm gonna press it. Okay. Free trophy. Get yours right now. Pull the lever. Receive your new trophy. No more steps. It just works. Get yours right now. Okay.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test trophy that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the trophy. Yes. You see, you'll come to this lever, and when you pull it, the trophy will be given to you. It's as simple as that. Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the trophy is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stanley, but I guarantee it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
Okay. So it just works. No, it doesn't.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
What is this? Can you find them? Can you find them? Can you find them? Collect them. Oh. Whoa.
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video game. In the Stanley Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarkable life.
Wow. Okay. Can we run forward and see what it's all about? Wow. Mannequin creepy. 1 of 6. Woohoo! Okay. No more in there, is there? Nope.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward for it. Absolutely tragic.
Okay, collectibles, that was that. Exit. Alright, we're not gonna do that just yet. Just yet. Okay, the button that says gym. Wait. Okay. named it? Oh. Mostly infinite hole. The reassurance bucket. Okay.
A common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it. Well, I am happy to say that after much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're holding the bucket, a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly normal and perhaps even comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be? Yes, the bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
You know you want to.
Alright, let's have a go.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person. The benefits of the bucket seem to go on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2.
Well, I can fill it with tears. I'm not... Okay. Oh, the door's open. Can I go now?
These rooms are huge.
Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Okay, how do I get up there? Okay, there's stairs here. Settings, world champion, mostly infinite hole, free trophy. Okay, so what's up here? Nope. Oh. That's new. I exclaim with much confusion.
An epilogue would be fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes, it will go at the end of the, well, we'll figure that out later.
Why are you different? Okay. Do we push the gym button again and see what happens? I'm confused. I will say the effects on the inside of this bucket for the galvanizing and on the exterior of this bucket, I will actually genuinely say are second to none.
Jim.
Okay. They're really good. Very good effects. Okay. Oh, there were stairs that went up. Way up. Okay, so where was those stairs? Ah, here we go. The exit. assuming there's a lot more to this than I'm seeing. Cool designs though. There, a little bit
All
of
right.
those.
Have you seen everything you wanted to? Ready to move on now?
Why do I feel that more is about to begin? No screenshot, no screenshots. Okay.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know
Yes.
it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment. I'll arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready? Here it is.
Not really.
I give you the Stanley Parable 2. I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort of... Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2. Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original game. Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising conviction, "This is the Stanley Parable 2." Let me see if I can whip something up.
I feel a title screen coming on.
All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
What? Wow, that doesn't feel like a horror game at all. Okay. Wow, that is trippy. The hallways are, well, wiggling. Is that a camera shift perspective, or is that... No, they are actually moving. That is part of a thing. Yep. Not creepy at all. I wonder if that'll happen in the game.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Press X to skip. Oh, I want to skip.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple.
Okay.
He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard.
Yep.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was happy.
Okay.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not
this now
one
number
single
2?
order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
Have
No
I
one had
been
showed up
playing
to give
number
him
2?
instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. this complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Okay, am I playing the game? Like, am I playing the Stanley Parable? Am I playing the Stanley Parable Deluxe or number 2? I have so many questions, and I'm actually playing right now too. Right. Yeah, I'm not confused at all.